What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Happy Tuesday. I'm Matt, and this is James, and today we are discussing Spider-Noir.
I don't know if this is weird or not, but every time you do the intro, I think about C-Bum when he's like, "What is up, YouTube?" Like every time you start, I'm like almost tempted to just go, "What is up, YouTube?"
Speaking of his, he has his products are bum, right?
Yeah, or one of them, so like his pre-workout, it might have changed it. I know his protein powders are bum.
Okay, so like his energy drinks. Like I just had one of those for the first time because it's a root beer flavor and it's really good. Yeah. Yeah, it's really good.
I like
It's like tastes like homemade root beer.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Do you remember when we made root beer one
Yeah.
time? I don't like it.
Yeah.
Probably because when we tried it, it was like still kind of boiling.
Mm-hmm.
But his pre-workout, Mikey got some when he was working at GNC, and it said like I think it was called Thavage.
Oh, like, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Like TH, like Thavage, and then like the bio for it said like for insane pumps and super like whatever, and I was like, oh, that's pretty good.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, I like C-Bum a lot. It's sad that he's retired, but yeah. Do you follow like many fitness people?
Not anymore. No.
Yeah, I know
it's too oversaturated and very much like if one person's saying one thing and another person's saying something completely different, and it's like it's hard to keep up of like what's true and what's not true, and then everybody's selling products and stuff like that, and selling their souls away and stuff like that. So I don't usually. I like watching the people that bash the fear mongers. I can't remember what the guy's name is, but he's really funny.
Is it Greg Doucette?
No, he's not. He's
Greg
more like
Doucette's
nutrition. Like the guy I'm talking about, he kind of does more nutrition stuff. Like there's that. The guy's name's like Bobby or whatever, and he's like he'll go into the store and he'll talk about like stuff that's in ingredients and stuff like that, and then he'll be like, "This is really bad for you. This is really bad for you," and then like a couple days later he'll post something about his own products that cost 3 times as much as what he was talking about before, and it has those ingredients in it, or like 1 or 2 of those ingredients, and he's like, "Well, you just said this was bad, but now you're saying it's okay," and then he'll like, yeah, it's they're funny because like that guy, the Bobby guy, like really is annoying because like he just does not care, and it's just about him selling his own products, which are outrageously expensive for no reason, and there's no like real benefit to using his stuff other than you give him money.
There's one guy I really like. A lot of people, you either hate him, not hate him. A lot of people either like you like him or you just don't. Jeff Nippard. He's like pretty well known. Did you ever happen to him recently? His fiance died.
Oh,
yeah, it was really sad. She, I don't really know what happened, but they like released like a statement that he was like, yeah, so she passed away, and they're gonna try to help her, like whatever she, like her PhD stuff, like the stuff that she studied and like came up with. They're like pushing that out and starting all these like programs related to like her, what like she accomplished and stuff.
Okay, that's good though.
But that took a sad turn. But Spider-Noir.
Yeah, and if you notice, we're in black and white.
Yeah,
because if you're not watching Spider-Noir in black and white, what are you really doing?
I'm not gonna lie. I got to episode 8. Where they're sitting in Ben's apartment, and Flint Marco, and then the other guy walk in, and they have like he has the antidote or whatever, and what's his name hides it.
Yeah,
Robbie. When he hides it, I was like, they keep saying that he's yellow and that he looks like a banana peel.
Like he's jaundice or whatever.
And then so I was like, I want to see what this looks like in color. So I switched it to color. I just wanted to see it for 5 seconds, and I was like, because it feels like a different show.
Yeah, because it's like a weird, I want to say almost pastel type colors, and yeah, I saw clips of it. I did want to watch the first episode over again in color, but like I saw a couple clips of it in color, and I was like, this looks not good.
I would like to go on a rant now. If it doesn't make sense to me to watch this in color. Spider-Noir is known for like the black and white look. This was made to be in black and white. So all the set design, the mise en scène, the set design, the costume design, everything was set to, so it was like, okay, what is this going to look like in black and white? So it was made to be in black and white, and it was shot for the purpose of black and white with all these like silhouette shots and stuff like that to really exaggerate the tone of this world. And then when you watch it in color, it's just like spitting in their face to me.
Yeah.
You know? Like in black and white movies, like older movies, when they started putting them into color, like Jimmy Stewart was a known advocate for thinking that was very wrong to switch to color and to restore these movies in color. I will never watch It's a Wonderful Life in color, except for that one time that we had to when we watched it in the theater. I think it was in color, and I was like, I'm never watching this in color again. Yeah, I think it's just kind of like a disgrace to the movies. I think it's interesting to see it in color, like, oh, that's what it looked like, but like they were made to be black and white.
Yeah. I definitely think that this show is a lot better when you watch it in black and white because of like his whole thing is black and white.
Yeah,
like everything about Spider-Noir, the noir like term, black and white is like that's its thing.
Yeah.
So you can't. I feel like it does a disservice to it if you watch it in color.
Even newer noirs, for example, another superhero one. The Batman is supposed to be like a neo-noir, and it's pretty monochrome. It's pretty just black and orange, which a lot of black and white movies are actually just like brown. Like It's a Wonderful Life, The Wizard of Oz, your favorite movie. Like the black and white stuff, like when they go into color, the set design is brown, and that was all practical. There's a fake Dorothy that is wearing brown. And then they're in like a brown cabin. Doors open, and then the camera goes outside, and then the real Dorothy walks out in color. And like,
that's a pretty cool thing to do.
Yeah,
to switch from black and white to color. Like that's pretty cool. Even though I absolutely hate that movie and everything about that movie. Yeah. What did you think about the show as a whole? Because you did not seem to like it after the first episode.
So, going into this, I really like Spider-Noir. Just like most people, I learned about Spider-Noir because of the Shattered Dimensions game. I don't even remember when that came out, 2010-ish?
Something like that.
2010, 2011. That's also how I learned about 2099.
Yeah.
Man,
those were the best parts of the game.
I wish I didn't sell that game when we first had bought it, but I'm glad I have it now. But like, I kind of wish that they did the lighting for this similar to Nosferatu, but it is a TV show. It's a superhero thing, so there's a lot of money into it. So I can see how they wouldn't really want to focus on the lighting for this. But like Nosferatu, you watched it recently. Yeah. So you know how when they're in the dark, it's full black and white.
Yes.
But then once someone like holds a candle, it's like black and white, but it's brown.
Yeah.
And they did that in the Spider-Noir, or in Shattered Dimensions in the game. It's in black and white when he's in the shadows, and when he steps in the light, it's more of a brown, black and white type of thing. And I thought that would have been really cool for this, even though they're not. There's always kind of light around, so it would have been, they would have to change the set design a lot. But going into it, I was like, I'm intrigued. First episode, I was just kind of like, okay. Second episode, I was just kind of like really not into it. Third episode, meh. I think the issue was I wasn't excited to watch the next episode because I knew that I had to finish it. I was like, I have to finish this by today. And then so I wasn't like excited to put on the next episode. But I don't think if we were doing an episode on it, I don't know if I would have finished it.
I don't think you would have. I really don't think you would have.
I'm glad I did.
Yeah.
But I was going to wait a little bit to say this, but I'm probably going to forget it. this show felt, for me, the first few episodes weren't really like engaging.
Okay.
I really just kind of was just like, eh. But which was weird because I like noirs. Mm-hmm. I wrote down a lot of notes for this.
Okay.
I like the tone. I love Spider-Noir. I love I loved what it was doing. I just wasn't like enticed. Okay. I don't. I think it's because I was like, I know I'm going to finish this because I have to, and I have to cram watch this. So I think that's probably why. But this whole show felt like a DLC. Like I feel like the ending of it was a little flat. It was flat for me, and it's just kind of like I was thinking about like the 7th episode. I was like, what's the drive of this season? Okay. And then I was just kind of like, I had to like really think about it for a minute, and I was like, okay, he gets hired by Silverman, and then like the plot just kind of starts like, okay, he's doing this because he wants to find out how these people got their powers, but and then it's like there's not like an objective for the end of the season. Like, what's the end goal? Like The Boys season 5, kill Homelander. From the first episode, you're like, okay, that's what the goal is. Punisher, it's like, not Punisher, Daredevil, it's like, okay, we gotta take down Fisk, and Bullseye and I are gonna work together. It just this whole show felt like a DLC of a game, and like it was or like a special features episode, like Punisher: The Last Snap, or whatever that was called, The Last Kill, or
One Last Kill,
or like the Adam Eve special for Invincible. It just felt like a special, and didn't really like. I thought it was good. I liked it, but it just kind of
okay. Well, I kind of agree with you. Mm-hmm. I was really excited for the show.
I will say at the end of it, episode 7, 8, I was pretty like engaged.
Okay. I was really excited for the show. The first 2 episodes I was super hyped on. I liked them both a lot. Then as we kind of get through the next couple episodes, I kind of started to agree, like have the same thought of like, where are we going with this? Like, what's the point of this? Yeah, we're figuring out powers and getting rid of them and stuff like that. But like, I feel like there wasn't a lot of high stakes.
Yeah,
in any of it really.
Wasn't a lot of fighting either, which I thought was a little surprising. But it felt weird because it was like the show almost felt ashamed that it was a Marvel show. Okay. Like, they don't. I like how they call him the Spider and not Spider-Man.
Yes, yeah.
I like that a lot. I feel like it establishes a big difference. And I will say, the name change I think was smart because I think a lot of people would be confused. Like, so this is Peter Parker, but his name is Peter Parker.
Yes.
In episode 7 or 8,
yes, 7.
7. He says, "I changed my name. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, you would have found me a lot sooner." Mm-hmm. Which I'm assuming it's Peter Parker,
most likely.
And because I like the clone, like Scarlet Spider stuff, because it's take the first name of Uncle Ben, and then May's maiden name, which was Riley, Ben Riley. But so I think that's cool. I think that like Kat Hardy is supposed to be Felicia Hardy, but they changed a lot of the characters. They like kind of changed their name in some way or something to almost like detach.
Yeah.
From Marvel.
I think it's just a setup to keep it separated from
Spider-Verse and
Spider-Man. Spider-Verse, because I don't think this is the same.
I don't either, because he would have mentioned.
But
he says
yes. So I don't think it's the same one from Into the Spider-Verse. Mm-hmm. I think what it is when Miguel is going through the different things, that's who he's talking about. He's not talking about his time.
I think he was looking for the other noir, because remember they were all like kind of on their own thing.
Yes.
And so he was like, "What dimension?"
Yeah. So I think that's what it was, and it wasn't very. But it's cool. It was a cool thing to include in there, to kind of connect it, but not really. But I also think they're trying to keep it as separate as possible to Spider-Man Brand New Day, since that's coming out in a couple weeks. You got to keep it kind of separated as much as possible to not have one or the other kind of trump each other. But so I think like changing the names of like Cat Hart or Felicia Hardy to Cat Hardy. I mean, it's also like a different character to begin with. Like Felicia Hardy's kind of like a criminal and steals things and stuff like that, and just can kind of be annoying.
I was wondering if so if they're gonna make her Black Cat, I'm assuming they're probably not gonna call her Black Cat.
I don't think they are. I don't even know if they're gonna do a season 2 yet, but I don't think she's coming back. I think it's gonna be a whole new set of characters.
Because if they do like the spider route, then her name would just be her first legal name, which is Cat. But then I can't just call her like the Black, because then it's like the cat. The whole thing is cats.
Yes, yeah. I don't think she's coming back after leaving.
She did really good though.
Yeah, I liked her character a lot. And then like you kind of went on this roller coaster ride with her character, as far as like not necessarily like you feel bad for her, or you don't sympathize. Like her because of what's happening, like with the picture being taken with the mayor, and then like then she's with Flint Marko, who's Sandman, and then you're like, okay, well, we don't like her, and then she kind of has this thing with Ben Reilly, and you're like, okay, now we do like her, and then she's the one that kind of started this whole thing, you know. So, but and it was all for a good cause in a way, but like her character, I think did a very good job. I also think Nicolas Cage did a very good job. I like the comedic moments with it. I like the fast talking. I like when he's being like the investigator and he's pretending to be somebody else, and then because he said he like studied actors and movies to kind of like help with his spider powers, but also kind of helped him with his private investigating career. So I like that a lot.
I do like he almost acts like a theater actor when he's like pretending to be someone else. I like those scenes a lot. What I think is interesting is he is a very dialed back version of the Spider-Noir that we see. Because like the first time we see him in Into the Spider-Verse, he's doing his like when he does his monologue of like how he got there, he's like talking very quickly, and he's like, sometimes I let matches burn down to my fingertips just to feel something. And then like this one they don't really do that. He's very just kind of like more calm and just like hates himself.
Yeah. Another thing I liked is that the backstory doesn't take the entire season. To figure out, like, we know that Ruby died, and we know how she died, and then it is explained when, in episode 5, I believe. I think it's episode 5, 4 or 5.
6. I think it's 6 because 5 is the betrayal.
It's before that. No, it is 5 because 4 ends when she goes out the window and he saves her, and then 5 starts with them in a diner talking about it, and he explains what happened. Or no. Yes. Yeah,
and then the next episode is Nightmare on a Gurney. I like that. That was
a good scene.
I don't know if that might be my favorite episode.
I think that's mine too. I think everything with the dream sequences and stuff like that is done really well. The body horror of Man Spider is very good because I was grossed out and creeped out, and I did not.
Felt like a The Boys thing.
Yeah,
that whole like camp.
Yeah, I hate spiders with passion, and to have that right there with a giant spider on his,
like as his lower half.
Yeah, but it's not even really his lower half. It's because he still has legs. It's just like,
did he?
It's like it's like just on him, like on his private area. Like, it's very weird and it's very disgusting. So that was cool. The one thing I will say though, like the Flint Marko and Tombstone was really feeling like a CW villain with the way they looked.
Yeah, I don't know how I thought about Tombstone's design.
Yeah, I mean they got the general idea down, which is why I said like the CW vibe, because they got everything down. I just don't think it was executed the way I would have thought it would have been. Yeah,
he's like a praying mantis, because you see that the praying mantis in the jar, so like that's supposed to be him.
Actually, it's not, because if in episode 7 or 6, when they go and Silvermane is there and they're all there and they see everybody in the jars and stuff like that, and they go up to them and they're like, "Oh, this is I can't remember what the name was,
Johnny or something."
Yeah, and then they take their hats off and they're like giving respects. That's the praying mantis, because if you see, he's got the praying mantis arms right there.
Then what's up with his like? What is he?
I
Supposed to be,
don't know what he's supposed to be really,
Hmm.
but
I did like when he like gets his powers and that like his arm like the sections.
Yes,
that was cool.
The one thing I liked about Tombstone, which I feel like kind of changed throughout the show, is when we first meet him, his voice is very, very reminiscent of the Spider-Man show in the 90s.
I've always loved how
that was
human Tombstone is. Tombstone's very human.
Yes, that. But the one from the animated series in the 90s was my favorite. One of my favorite characters, like that arc right there. One of my favorites. Because that's like, I think it's like the one where Daredevil is a part of it too. Like those 2-3 episodes, my favorite set of episodes.
I feel like they tried to make him very different in this because Tombstone is going to be in Brand New Day.
Yeah,
I'm excited for that.
I am too. But I think so. Like his voice was really like deep and like powerful. But then I feel like it kind of trailed off a little bit, and you didn't really hear that like boom in his voice. And then came back towards the end. But yeah, I think they like him and Sandman just kind of like
I could see it. Yeah, I didn't really think about that, but yeah, they do kind of seem like CW villains. Like they're just kind of there. Yeah, and then like they use their powers, but it's almost like too low budget for them to like really do something with it, you know. So, but I think there was a lot of stuff in the first episode that I liked a lot, like. And they might have done this intentionally or not, and I might be one of the only people that like noticed this. But the first fight of him and of Ben Reilly and Sandman is on a skyscraper that is under construction, reminiscent of Spider-Man 3. So I don't know if that was intentional, but I noticed that in me, and that's the first thing I thought of. So, yeah, I like that a lot, and then just the different. I have some. Yeah. One thing I really liked about Spider-Man 3 and this version of Sandman is that in Spider-Man 3 when he gets his powers, and in this when Ben Reilly like crushes him with the car and he gets built back together. I like how it's his hand is first because it's almost like a zombie crawling out of the like in Spider-Man 3 he's literally crawling to like get up. It's like he's crawling from the grave.
Yes.
And in this it's like he's pulling himself up. I thought that was really cool. One thing I thought was funny about Tombstone is in like episode 6 or 7 he mentions like he's like the doors just keep getting bigger and he like pulls them off, and then I had like a thought. If you have super durability like him, doesn't that therefore give you super strength? Because that means that your muscles are a lot more durable, meaning that you can like exceed your maximum strength and your tendons and your nothing's gonna like snap. So doesn't that like give you somewhat of super strength? Like you're constantly in like fight or flight?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
you're bleeding. Like bleeding.
Yeah,
a lot. This is weird. That's weird. I don't think that's normal.
It was really weird. I saw. I was like, teeth started to get like really. It would be black, and if you're watching this, but yeah, they were getting red.
I forgot that this was in black and white.
Yeah. What was I gonna say before I noticed that you were bleeding? What the heck was I gonna say?
Was it about Tombstone? Super durability?
No. Well, no. What did you think about the story of everybody that has powers is connected to France?
I think that was cool. I like that.
I did too. And that was different.
It reminds me of like what was almost like or Civil War when you see all the soldiers being trained there, or like Iron Man 3 when all those people got those like powers from that like camp. I thought that was cool. I like that.
Yeah, I did too. I thought it was a good choice to have.
Like brought the characters together.
Yeah. It's like they had that photo and then they were able to use that. I also like having Ben Reilly as a private investigator. It helps with the noir feel. because that's what every show or movie when they talk or they do like those like I'm trying to think of somebody that's done it. I think that 70s show did it once where they put everything in black and white and then there's like the private investigator and stuff like that. I think those are really cool. So I think the private investigator works better than the reporter in this.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Wow. It would. Hopefully that comes to me because I'm pretty sure that was like really important. I wrote down a lot of notes for this.
Okay.
So Nick Cage's acting in episode 4 when he's like telling his story about what happened to Ruby.
Yes. Yeah.
I thought that was like really, really good acting on his end. Like when he's telling her, you can see that he's visibly uncomfortable and you can read it through his body language so well. When he's like telling certain parts that you can tell are more painful, he like takes a breath or something and like he won't make eye contact with Kat. Like when he starts saying it, he's like, we were happy. And like he does that long pause. I was like, this is really good. And then like when she like goes to reach his hand, that part was a little like textbook, but then he like pulls his hand away. But I thought that was really well done. And then when he's like telling her this is like the closest the camera gets to both of their faces in this like whole show. And I thought that was really well done because you're seeing Ben Reilly through like a new lens in a way. And it's a camera trick to either slowly zoom in while someone's like telling an important story or like the camera just gets real close. So you feel closer to the character, Mr. Miyagi. And so you feel like closer to the character. But then when it cuts to Kat, it's still the same distance and the same exact camera shot, just mirrored. But it works perfectly in a different way. We're so close to like her face and she's like leaning forward, so we can feel the emphasis of like her just listening. Like you can fully understand that she's just listening, and then you're just getting closer to Ben. I thought that was really well done.
Yeah, and speaking on that scene, I really like when he the acting stuff when he is explaining everything, and he's like, I was at a bar getting drunk, and they change to a side profile of him so you can see like more of his facial expressions, and you can clearly see how angry he is with himself and just beats himself up with it all the time. I thought that was really good. A lot of just emotion right there in and of itself. So yeah.
I also wrote, I really liked it when he fought Megawatt for the first time, and the lightning effects.
Yeah,
like going across his mask and stuff like that. It didn't make sense later when like you could see through people's bodies, but for him only on the outside. But I really liked how it was very reminiscent of like 80s like CGI, like in like Predator. That's like the first thing that popped up, like how it just, you don't really see effects like that anymore. It looked campy, and I liked that a lot.
That's pretty much like the thing. I was thinking about that for even like the swinging and him climbing up the walls. It didn't look fantastic, but I think it fit so well with this show.
Yeah.
Like campy is a good word for the effects. I thought I liked it a lot. Like it's not something I would like normally. I would probably bash it a little bit, but I think it fits so well in this. It was fine.
I wrote Nick cracking his joints, which I'm actually just gonna mention later because I wrote other notes about that. But I liked how in the show they have very like personal moments that where it's like just him sitting in his room by himself. He's not talking. He's just sitting down, and you get a lot of those, and I like that.
Yeah,
they're not very long, they're very quick, but it's like you can just like sit with the character. And a lot of these like superhero stuff, they don't really do that. And I think one reason why a lot of people really like Age of Ultron is because that's the only one where you see the Avengers sit down and be people. Yeah, like you see them when they're lifting the hammer. That's the only time that you really see in the party. It's the only time that you see them like be friends and be people.
Yeah.
And in this show, you get that a lot. You get a lot of just him being a real dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very much just like...
Which I'm hoping that we get in Brand New Day.
Yeah, that would be nice. I think we will. I think based off of the trailer, I think we will.
That's why I think the ending of No Way Home was so good. Because like it's just, you're seeing Peedle. You're just seeing Peedle in his most personal moments. Mm-hmm. Also, I was looking something up about Spider-Man Brand New Day. And I typed into Google the Spider Brand New Day.
Oh my god!
And I was like, I think it was because it was like 2 a.m. But I was like, oh my god, that's pretty funny that I confused them. Yeah, the spider for Spider-Man.
Yeah. In the final battle, did it feel a little bit like
Injustice
Return of the Jedi?
2? I was gonna say it felt like Injustice 2, like an Injustice 2 map.
Oh,
like when I threw him out the window, I was like, it's a pretty subtle change of scenery.
So I was thinking
of Return of the Jedi.
Return of the Jedi, because like the spiders kind of beat down, Megawatt is kind of doing his thing, and then he starts shocking him, and you see Flint just kind of like
he has a change of heart,
and then he changes to Cat Hardy, shocks her, and then Sandman and Megawatt start fighting, and then Ben Reilly kind of comes back, grabs him, flings him into the train,
crazy,
and then he's gone. So it's like all I could think of was Return of the Jedi for that whole scene.
Yeah, he kind of turned into Spider-Noir, the spider kind of turned into Vader when Vader like picks up Palpatine.
Yes,
and he's like getting shocked.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
What I thought was going to happen is it was going to be like what Liu Kang did to Kung Lao in Mortal Kombat 2. I thought he was going to like pick him up in the air, pull him towards him, and then stab him with the antidote.
Yeah. No, he just said, "Nope, we're good."
And then
you ruined your chance.
And he just
crush it. Yes,
I was like,
yeah, oh, I do like how for this the spider is very almost anti-hero-ish. Like he's fine with killing and stuff like that. Like that's cool, and it works very well with the noir-esque framing of the show. So that was cool.
I also wrote that I liked how they don't. I feel like how they approach this is the same way that they approached the fact that it's a superhero show. They don't ever say the Great Depression, but they are in the Great Depression. But they say like the woman walks over with a coffee or something.
Yeah, it was pie.
A pie. She's like, "Oh, here's a pie, like for free." And then he was like,
he just kind of looks at her.
He kind of looks at her and goes, "Things aren't really free anymore."
Yeah, that was.
I like that because I feel like it's a subtle way of making the world feel more real. Because I doubt people are walking around going all the time like, the Great Depression, the Great Depression. They're just kind of like, oh, things usually aren't free anymore. Yeah, like it feels a lot more real than just being like, we're in this time period, this is happening now, whatever. And I feel like they also took the approach with like the superhero characters and like the supervillains. It's just kind of like trying to make them feel more like people that have a mutation. Yeah, and they're just trying to live their life, and they because obviously Flint Marko does not want to be Sandman, and Tombstone is just kind of like, I have it, and like can't really do much about it and stuff like that. But they want to be back to normal people, which is they don't want to tear New York City in half. So, and then during the Great War scene, I thought that was pretty good. Usually when stuff like that, like they show like a war or something, it's just kind of like, yeah, like it looks a little weird. Like Major Payne at the beginning, that looks weird. Yeah, but there's a Wilhelm scream, like the loud, obnoxious, like ah. So I wrote down another Wilhelm scream. I got to episode 7, and I was like, I really haven't looked at these opening credits, like who's in them. You'll never believe who one of the two of the producers were. Phil Lord and Christopher Miller, which were the guys that directed 22 Jump Street, Project Hail Mary, Clouded Chance of Meatballs, and the Lego Movie. Oh, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. They produce a lot of stuff. Yeah, so I'm not surprised. But I was like, oh, nice. It's pretty cool. I wrote this when they first did it, and then I wrote several notes later. Okay. There is a shot that they do very well, and this is the first time I noticed it, but it's called a split diopter shot, and it's basically usually it's a character's side profile or a character's face usually, and it almost has like a blurred edge, and they're in focus, but like what's right behind them isn't, and then there'll be like a character or something in the background that's very clearly a different shot, but that's also in focus, and they both they put one, and usually sometimes it's like a little rough, and you're gonna be like, ooh. But that one I was like, oh my god, this is like a really clean split diopter shot, and they don't really do those in a lot of stuff now, so I was kind of like, I was pretty excited.
Yeah.
Until something later.
Okay.
I wrote down, the Dutch angle is like one of my favorite angles. Every other shot in this movie was like a Dutch angle, but it wasn't overbearing like the movie Stray. That movie, way too many, and it didn't serve a purpose. They served a purpose, and I love Dutch angle shots. And this reminded me a lot of like Joel Schumacher, specifically with like the Batman stuff. Like every other shot's like a Dutch angle, and I really enjoyed that. So I wrote down perfect amount of Dutch angles because I wasn't like, oh my god, this is the 80th Dutch angle, even though there's a lot in every episode. But I was like, oh, there's another.
Okay.
Yeah, that was another thing that I really enjoyed. And then the next one was megawatts power. They're like showing his hand doing this, and they show Ben Reilly in the background with another split diopter shot, and I was like, oh, another one, but within like 3 minutes of the last one. That's never seen that before. That's pretty cool though. And then I wrote down a quote that I really liked that Ben Reilly says. He says, "A hot dog at a ball game is better than roast beef at the Ritz." I wrote that down. He said that, and then I literally paused it and I thought about it for a minute, and I was like, "That's a really good quote."
That's a good line. I like that, and I think everybody can relate to that too. Yeah, because those types of moments are much more special.
And then I wrote another split diopter shot ? This is all within 5 to 10 minutes. I was like, and then I wrote down silhouette shots. I thought the silhouette shots were really cool. I don't know how they do in the color version, or what did they call it, the true color? I don't know how they do in the true color, but I really liked them in the black and white. I wrote the spider sense seems painful, which I think is an interesting way of viewing it, because realistically the spider sense like puts you in fight or flight, and Ben Reilly's a little old, and so I'm assuming like this like sensory overload just kind of becomes painful a little bit for him.
I do, the spider sense I think was an interesting. It was done in an interesting way in the show, because it's not necessarily like when he senses danger. It's like when he's getting close to something that he's investigating. So it's a little bit different. And then like I like the touch in the back of the neck, and then like everything kind of shakes or whatever it's called. I think that's cool.
I think it was really well done, because it's a sense of it's a sense of fear and like danger. So it would be very like startling to have that going off at all times. So I liked how they showed that it was like painful.
Yeah, I think it's better than any of the other live actions that we've gotten.
Yeah, and it reminds me a lot of. It's definitely the most visual, because usually they're like, they're just kind of like,
and then they kind of.
The only other one that we've really seen is Tom Holland's hair raises.
Yeah, but that's not even in Spider-Man. That's in Avengers. Yeah. So.
It reminded me of when you get your hair cut, and they like take the razor to the back of your neck, and then you're like,
and then you get that like little tingle.
I was like, I'm assuming that's what the spider sense would feel like, and I would also go tingle. I'd also go like, I don't know. The Peter tingle. There was one shot that I really liked when he gets drugged or whatever, and he like falls backwards. That's a shot that it's not really used a lot, but I really like. But they didn't show the full shot, which was a little annoying. But it's basically a rig where he's on like a 2x4 that slowly just descends to the floor with him. Okay. And they showed like this section, like the first like part of the fall, and then it just shows him on the floor. But I like how since he's like drugged and sedated, because he's on like a platform, he's like raised off the floor, so it looks weird. One project that did this that was like pretty well known, a similar version of this is Breaking Bad when Jesse first does heroin.
Oh yeah,
and he's like raising.
Yes,
it's basically the same idea with that.
Okay. Yeah, I liked all of those, especially like when he's kind of walking around and then everything is warped. Like, it's very cool because you kind of feel like what he's feeling, which is nice. All of those where he's kind of drugged and kind of out of it, or I think done really
I thought
well.
that
very
episode
visually
was
pleasing.
visually, I think, the best episode.
Yeah, I think so too.
Nightmare on a Gurney is my favorite episode. I think that was 7.
Yeah.
Or is it? Yeah, that I think that's my favorite episode.
Yeah, 6 or 7, one of those two.
Yeah. I'd already mentioned this earlier, but I wrote name change, and since I wrote it in code, I wrote name change PP because Peter Parker. Yeah, I think his name is Peter.
I think so too, but I also don't think, because I don't think this is the same one for Into the Spider-Verse, because I know Mikey was talking like it's not this, like is it or is it not the same, why the name changed, yada yada yada. I don't think it was necessary at all.
I think it was just to like help with like confusion, but I thought it was the same one because I have to be I am imagining this, but for some reason when I saw the like some sort of like part of the trailer, I thought he had the Rubik's Cube. Oh. And so that's why I thought it was this. That's why when you and Mike, you were talking about, I was like, wait, does he have the Rubik's Cube?
Oh yeah, no Rubik's Cube throughout the entire thing.
Yeah, I thought that would have been cool.
Because I think it would have been cool if they were able to do the Rubik's Cube, even if you're watching in black and white, to do it in color. Yeah,
that would be really cool. I really liked it when they put him on the gurney, and they start doing the preparations for the procedure, and they start doing these like weird split shots where it like goes like this, and then it's split with several different frames within the frame, and you're seeing what is happening, and it's going so quick, and I think that helps just drive the fact of like how fast this is going, and like how he's like kind of sedated, so you're almost like seeing flashes like he would probably be feeling or seeing. But one thing I really enjoyed about that is because it forces your eyes to dart across the screen, and if you're really anxious, you're typically going to do that, so it almost makes you feel anxious. Yeah. Just because you're having to dart. Right. And then try to process everything that's happening. Like, okay, he's being tied up, this is happening, this is happening, this is happening. And then it just goes to nothing. Like completely just drops off the pacing of that. And I like that because then you feel his like sedated state. I have the body horror. I really, really liked. Yes. I was like, yeah, the body horror, I think, was because it wasn't too much. It wasn't as much, it wasn't as much as I was expecting. I thought there was going to be more. I got that Man Spider was like an actual character throughout the whole thing, not just like what started it, giving him his powers. But yeah, I thought it was good because it was really gross and stuff like that. Even when he's like playing with the organic webbing, and it's kind of like he pulls it up, like it's really gross. I do like how he always wears long sleeves. I think it's because of that, which would be weird in like the Toby movies because when you see it, it looks like a webbed over like hole. Yeah. So people would always be like, "Yeah, what's that?" But his are very prominent. Like somebody would have seen that like gross. I really like the Sandman part where he's like pushing out the bullet through his hand. I was like, yeah, that was cool. I was like, oh, but nice. Yeah. I have his twitches. I didn't like. I feel like I paused the show for about 10 minutes trying to think about like what is the purpose of these twitches, and I came to the conclusion I think it's his like he talks about struggling to feel human, and I think that's because like he is now part spider, part human, and I think those twitches are his spider stuff, natural like instincts coming out. But a lot of them. Like, especially, like, when he's, like, laying down. And I like that one. Like, I think that's funny. It's funny, but it's almost like... Because that's what a spider looks like when they're dead. Like, not necessarily, like, hurt or whatever the case may be. So I thought it was weird. And I didn't necessarily like him that much. I only really liked it when, like, he was doing a lot of it. And, it was funny. Felt like in Venom. Oh, yeah. When he has those, like, sporadic movements. Yes. It felt like... he has like another life form with him. Whoever is in this Spider-Noir suit for most of like the stunts. Incredible.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote down the drunk fight scene.
Oh yeah, drunk martial arts.
That was like so well done. I've never seen anyone like pretend to be drunk and pretend fight so well.
Yes.
Like that, I was like,
yeah,
he looks drunk.
The dude that plays Kung Lao does he does that very, very well.
I thought that was so cool.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote the stealth stuff in Silverman's place.
Yes, with
the eyes.
That's so cool.
Because when the first episode, you see the glowing eyes, and then the next time you see him like in the dark, he doesn't have them. So I was like, oh, I guess that was just like a one and done. And then when he just, I was like, oh my god. And then when like Silverman like wakes up, or like when the door like shuts a little bit, and then he just turns it off, he's like gone.
He's gone. Yeah,
and then he
just done really well.
I thought that was so cool.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
It reminded me of like the Shattered Dimensions game, like when you're in the dark, in the black, like in the black and white stuff. It's like kind of hard to see your character, but you can see like the eyes piercing through. I thought that was cool.
If we are getting a Spider-Man 3 game, we need that. I need his suit. I would rather have.
I'd rather have that than the
Into the Spider-Verse one.
Yeah. I put, and yeah, that was the last thing that I wrote for all my notes.
Okay, I think after he comes back from like the hospital, or getting carved up and stuff like that, and they're back in his office, and then he tells his secretary, I'm Spider-Man, and she's like not phased. And
she's like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, and he's like, she knows, and then she's like, yeah, you've told me. And then the different scenes, like those are so funny.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I'm the spider.
Yeah,
and then he's like, can't you see that the spider is working? Can you please leave?
Yes, those are really funny. And then I think the ending fell flat, but I thought it was an interesting, because stuff like that, they always kind of like go into, everybody's got their next thing that they're doing or whatever, but nobody ever really mentions it. It's usually like a montage type thing, and they usually do that. But then Robbie's kind of like, they're all talking about everybody's next thing. Yeah, like that's cool to acknowledge it instead of just letting it be and just have the audience kind of see it. Like it's cool to acknowledge it.
I thought that scene was funny and well done, but it kind of, to me, almost made the whole season worse, because they're like, oh, all these characters, they, how you would expect, ended out on the better end, which I feel like, I don't think, if they do a season 2, I don't think it's going to be good. And I think they're going to have to backtrack so much.
I think it's going to be better.
Because every character, I think everything's going to be better, like, established. But I think as a whole, I don't think it's going to be better, because everyone is on, like, a really high. And I don't know how they could grow much more than that. Except for Robbie's paper becomes really successful. And his secretary.
I think we're going to have a whole, other than like Robbie and like his secretary, I think we're going to have a whole new set of characters that will help make the show, and hopefully have like a more established story throughout the season. Because I almost felt like there were 2 separate seasons. Yeah. Like, or at least 2 separate episodes in a way, where they have this one problem and they fix it through the first couple episodes, and then now they're focusing on this other problem the last couple episodes.
Yeah, because like the first 2 episodes feel very, very different from the last 2. But like, I feel like next season will just be like everything that happened again with like Robbie. I feel like his paper is going to be really good, and it's going to fail. And then at the end of the season, it's going to be really good. It's like, oh my god, there was like no point for that.
Either, yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'd be okay if they did a second season, but I think we need more established things happening. I don't know. I don't know much about the noir universe of that, so maybe I'm sure they could tell some cool stories. I think it'd be nice.
You want to go into it?
Yeah.
So now we are going into our intermission, our Rotten Tomato meter, popcorn hour segment.
Okay, you can go first.
Okay, so these, I'm not gonna lie, all of the critics' scores are the same.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna go with the audience, because one of these I'm a little upset at.
Okay.
A genre-aware killer terrorizes the teens of a small town with brutal killings and... I can't say the last part of it.
Say that again?
A genre-aware killer terrorizes the teens of a small town with brutal killings. I can't say the last part because it'll fully give it away. And I can't substitute it.
Scary or Scream?
Yeah, it's brutal killings and slasher movie trivia.
Okay.
An unfulfilled man suffering from insomnia and a salesman from they form an underground clique to feel something and discover plenty.
Fight Club.
Yeah, an unfulfilled man suffering from insomnia and a soap salesman form an underground boxing clique to feel something and discover plenty of like-minded friends. As World War II rages, I shouldn't have said that. A military reject gets his chance to fight
Captain America.
Yeah. A scrawny military reject gets his chance to fight the Nazi scourge when he's accepted into the experimental super soldier program. Sounds like Hacksaw Ridge.
They're all 67.
Higher.
77.
A little bit higher.
79.
Yep. What do you think this order is?
Based off the audience?
Mm-hmm.
Captain America.
Mm-mm.
Scream.
Mm-mm. Fight Club.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. I was like, what's the third one? Yeah, definitely. Duh. Fight Club. Then Captain America. Then Scream.
Mm-mm. Other way.
Scream, then Captain America. Really? Okay. I like Captain America, the first Avenger.
Yeah.
Doing a lot. Okay.
What do you think the audience scores are?
Oh, man. Fight Club, 89.
Higher.
92.
Higher.
94.
96.
Okay.
But 79 critic? Come on. Get out of here.
Yeah, that's...
You're telling me 79% of the... Only 79% of the critics liked the movie?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I guess it was pretty hated when it first came out. But like... Only 79 liked it?
Wow. Scream... 79.
Yep. Yeah.
I
feel like it should be higher though.
Yeah. Captain America 76.
A little bit lower.
75. Oh, okay. Interesting. All right. I wonder if you can get this one right off the bat. A trio of female private eyes with an enigmatic boss must find an abducted computer whiz before his incredible tech falls into the wrong hands.
Female private eyes?
Mm-hmm.
Charlie's Angels?
Yeah. A little boy befriends a sea animal. I'm gonna
Free Willy?
Yeah. A little boy befriends a killer whale and sets the animal free to save its life. All right.
Pretty close story to Ace Ventura.
Yes. All right. In a small, isolated Nebraska town, a cult of fanatical children terrorize a young couple.
Did you take out anything?
No, I didn't. I read it word for word. And if you think about what Nebraska is known for, you might get it.
Having like a population of 4.
No. So like everybody's got their like the state fruit, crop, animal, things like that.
Okay.
I don't know if you learned stuff like that in school. I know I did because I grew up in the Midwest.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Nebraska.
Okay. Kansas state crop is wheat. You have no idea what Nebraska's is. Corn.
Okay, I figured it was corn, but I don't know.
So now guess the movie.
Children of the Corn?
Yeah. Yeah.
Didn't
Which
that
I absolutely hate.
Yeah.
I hate Children of the Corn. I don't like scary movies with old people or children because they are the two creepiest things.
So, you must hate The Shining. There's a lot of old dead people, and there's some creepy kids.
It's a good movie, but it is creepy. Yeah.
Red. I made a big mistake the other day with The Shining.
You watched it?
No, I went to go get the paint for Elizabeth's things at the property at like 9 p.m. It was not supposed to rain.
Yeah.
Right when I got there, started pouring on me, and I like got my car didn't get stuck in the mud. I did.
Oh my god.
And I was like trying to I was like holding the keys. I had like a flashlight, and it's just pouring on me. But I was going. You've been down that the road. I was listening to the Shining main theme.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, man, this is so good. And then it started to freak me out a little bit because the song, it's supposed to make you like it's supposed to induce anxiety. And I was like, started pouring really hard, and I was like, since it was like, I had to like pause it because I was like, okay, I'm having like sensory overload right now. This is like too much going on. But because it was like pouring, and I was like, I hope I don't get my car stuck in the mud here again.
That's so funny.
But yeah.
All right, so we got Charlie's Angels, Free Willy, and Children of the Corn.
Is Free Willy number 1?
Yeah. And
then Charlie's Angels?
Yeah.
And then Children of the Corn. I did so much better on this one than the last one.
Yeah.
70. 69?
71. 50 audience score, though. Charlie's Angels.
50.
Higher.
63.
68.
68.
45 audience. Children of the Corn.
12.
Higher.
15.
Higher.
30.
34.
Okay.
With a 40 audience score.
Okay.
50, 45, 40.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
did not notice that until just now.
That's wow. That's pretty funny. Are you? Would you say that you're excited for season 2? I originally said that I was going to watch this all in black and white and then watch it all in color. I'm not doing that.
I might watch one episode in color. I think I watched the first episode in color. I don't know. I'm not gonna hold a lot of stock into it just because I'm sure we won't get it for a while.
I'm glad the first episode didn't feel like a pilot episode. It was just kind of like we just kind of hit the ground running.
Yes.
Like it literally started like, all right, this is Spider-Noir.
Yep. I mean, it did a good job explaining everything.
I did get pretty like annoyed when he's like, "Oh no, I'm done being the Spider." And I was like, "Oh my god, this is like the 5th superhero TV show that has done that in the past like 5 years."
Yeah, I was a little nervous too, but then he got it back in the second episode, so I was like, "Okay, cool. Like I'm cool with that." And I think there was enough of both Ben Reilly and the Spider. Like I think it was a good.
There wasn't a lot of the Spider.
No, but I didn't think it was really necessary for a first season. Like I was okay with it. I was just glad that it didn't take until episode 6 or 7 for us to like see him in the suit. So, but yeah, I thought that was nice. Yeah, I don't know. I think like my final thoughts on it are like kind of like everything was good enough for me to enjoy most of it. Obviously, there were some moments that were kind of drug on a little too long, and I was like, okay, let's move on. And then the ending was kind of flat, but overall, I think it was a good show. I think visually everything was good. I was happy with it.
Yeah, I think if you want to watch it, I think it's worth a watch. I'm assuming you have watched it if you've gotten this far.
Watch it in black and white.
Yeah. If you didn't watch it in black and white, that's a little.
What would you rate the show overall out of 5? We don't do that with TV shows too often.
The whole show out of 5. I want to say a 3.5.
Yeah,
but I'm leaning to a 3.
Okay.
Because of how it ended.
Okay. Yeah, I'd still give it a 3.5. I think if it was a stronger ending, and then like the Sandman and Tombstone were kind of better like used in their powers, I probably would have given it a 4.
Yeah. You got anything else? You want to do our top 4s?
Yeah.
What did you want to title these? 80s, 90s comedies?
Yeah, 80s and 90s comedies.
So I kind of picked a specific genre of these comedies. I picked 4 like stoner comedies because I watched Wayne's World and Bill and Ted recently. So I was like, I might as well make a top 4 off of that. So mine is Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Okay.
Wayne's World. Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Okay.
And Biodome.
Oh, I forgot about Biodome. I love that movie. Okay, that's a good one. Mine are Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, Wayne's World, National Lampoon's Vacation, and Spaceballs.
Man, that's a... Oh my god. Oh, I forgot to mention this in both of these episodes on the way here. There's a guy that lives here in our town that...
He's got a license plate.
He has a Spaceballs license plate, and I saw him today.
Yeah, I've seen him before too. Yeah,
I used to not like this guy because he one time like cut me off, and then I was like, oh, what the hell, man? And then I like he was turning or something, and so I was close to his car and I saw his license plate, it said Spaceballs, and he had like Spaceball stickers, and I was like, actually, no, he can cut me off. I like this guy.
Nice.
This guy, and every time I see his car, I get like really excited, and I'm tempted to. I hope I meet this guy one day, because all I want to say is just, my shorts is as big as yours, and then walk away.
Yeah, that's funny. That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can go listen to next Tuesday's episode, which will be something. You can go listen to next Friday's episode of Movie News. You can go follow our other social medias, Letterboxd, TikTok, Instagram, every listing platform that we're on at the top of the description. And yeah, I forgot what quote I was going to say. Wherever I go, the wind follows, and the wind smells like rain.